Always been big fans of living within your income, and if you do that, you'll have a whole lot more income later on. And
Welcome to Retire Rich. Through this channel, we help people learn about personal finance, how to get rich, and retire early. Warren Buffett once mentioned 10 things poor people waste their money on. Let's find out. Number 10, drinking at bars. Just like getting a coffee from Starbucks is at least 2 to 3 times more expensive than making it at home, drinking at bars is exorbitantly expensive too. You can get a 6-pack of beer for less than $10 from the supermarket. Yes, this is no brand new information for most drinkers, but even so, according to a study posted in the USA Today, the average annual alcohol spend per person can even go up to $1,218 in some U.S. cities. Suppose instead of going to a bar for socializing, you have a house party with your friends. You can save at least half for this expense, i.e. $500 per year. Invest that into an index fund, and you can be a millionaire sooner than you can imagine. Number 9, latest tech. So, Apple released the latest iPhone 14 Pro Max for a little over $1,000. And just because it is new and shiny, you want to lay your hands on it. But that's not the end of it. Every month, some new gadget hits the stores, tempting you to buy it. This is when you should take a step back and ask yourself, do I even need a new phone?
I'll show you this is my cell phone.
How do you tweet on that thing?
Alexander, it's falling apart as a matter of fact.
Until very recently, Warren Buffett, one of the richest and most successful investors in the world, was using his old, falling apart flip phone. Yes, the guy who owns more than 5% of Apple stock only bought an iPhone when his old phone was shattered to pieces. So it's high time you started weighing in the pros and cons of buying a new gadget. Thoroughly check the specs and see if the new model is worth spending extra over the older model, and then make your decision. Number 8, over expensive clothes and watches. We all love to dress to impress, but do we ever think twice before splurging our hard-earned money on brands which don't offer enough quality to justify their prices?
No. This is the $10 watch.
Yes, that's the one and only Bill Gates wearing a $10 watch to a gigantic media event and having no shame in accepting it. His philosophy is simple. If it doesn't give enough value, he will not spend his money on it. Even Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs wear the same clothes each day of their lives just to think about one less thing in the morning. We all need to take inspiration from the austere spending habits of multimillionaires and billionaires. Our goal should be to be rich, not to look rich. If we can get high quality from unbranded product for a more justified price, we should go for those instead of branded ones. Number 7, unpaid credit card bills. On the face of it, credit cards are not all bad. They are very helpful when you're in urgent need of money and your next paycheck is far, far away. However, most of us have started maxing out our cards like a monthly hobby. We feel we can buy every non-essential, frivolous thing just because we don't have to pay right away. So our wants transform into needs. However, the moment we get caught up in the debt trap, we make the moneylender the boss of our lives. On top of that, with cashback points and airplane miles, we get over-incentivized to spend without thinking. And the problem starts when we are unable to pay the bill on time. With interest rates as high as 20%, our credit card balance can burn a huge hole in our pockets. If you spend $1,000 on your card, you end up paying $200 extra in interest. So it is always best to spend only as much as you can pay and not end up wasting loads of money on interest payment. Number 6, unused gym memberships. When was the last time you went to your gym? Feeling embarrassed? If your answer is yes, you are not alone. According to exercise.com, 67% of gym members never use their memberships. Also, a Strong Home Gym survey shows that an average gym membership costs $50 per month. This means that if you are not using your gym membership, you can save anywhere between $20 to $70 a month. That is $840 a year if you consider the upper band. Don't get us wrong. We are not putting saving money above your health and fitness. All we're saying is that unused gym memberships can easily be replaced with free workout regimes, such as walking, jogging, and hiking. And only when you feel committed enough for a more strenuous workout should you join the gym. Number 5, eating out every week. If anything is more embarrassing than missing gym every day, it is eating unhealthy junk food or expensive restaurant meals every weekend. We don't disagree that going out once in a while is a basic human need. We all crave change and fun. But going out every Friday or every payday can accumulate to huge spending, which can easily be avoided. Eating healthy home-cooked meals not only saves current expenditure on restaurant bills, but also reduces medical bills resulting from eating unhealthy restaurant food too often than recommended. Also, staying in and playing board games or even a game of charades with friends can never be any less fun. Number 4, Netflix, but no chill. According to a recent study conducted by OpenX, the average OTT user subscribes to 3 streaming services simultaneously. With countless platforms at our fingertips, including Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, Amazon Prime, and many more, we forget that while we watch our favorite shows on one platform, all others remain unused. What this also means is that if we subscribe to 3 platforms, as the study shows, we only watch them on an average of 10 days a month. Then, why do we pay for the whole month? The problem lies in the subscription model itself. While subscribing, we let the companies auto-charge our accounts every month. By the time we realize that we are not using the service anymore, we've already paid for several months. To avoid such unwanted losses, we should subscribe to only 1 or maybe 2 services at a time. We should cancel a subscription before we add a new one. With so much content on every platform, there is very less chance of missing out on a good story just because you've not subscribed to any one service. Number 3, personal care or personal scare. With a new skincare routine coming up every now and then, most of us get tempted to try it out because, as we all know, looking good to others validates us and makes us feel good about ourselves. We think we can give up a routine anytime we want, but that's not how beautification products work. These routines want us to believe that we will get results only if we are consistent and persistent. But the truth is, what doesn't work in 7 days won't work in 15 days either. Also, if we look closely, most of the products we end up purchasing are repetitive or unnecessary. Think about it. Do you need an anti-aging serum at 25 or an oil balancer when you have dry skin? The answer is a big no. If we start thinking, most 16-step skincare routines will boil down to just 3 to 4 steps. And for every expensive product, there is a cheaper alternative that's just as good but generic. So the only choice is ours, whether we want to really do personal care or get a personal scare when we look at our bank balances every month end. Number 2, smoking and vaping. Let us tell you a joke. A woman asks a smoker how much he spends on cigarettes. The guy says $20 a day. The woman then asks, for how long have you been smoking? The guy replies, 15 years. Then the woman does some quick calculations in her head and says if he had saved up all that money, he would have $109,500 with him, enough to buy a Ferrari. Now, instead of taking the wise woman's advice and quit smoking, this audacious man asks her if she smoked. The woman obviously says no. The wise-ass guy then asks her, so, where the hell is your Ferrari? That's what is wrong with everyone who tries to make smoking look cool. Not only does it vanish our money in thin air, but it also leads to bank-breaking medical bills in old age. Number 1, in-app game purchases. With the mind-boggling rise of gaming, NFTs, and virtual worlds, in-app purchases have soared like never before. According to Business of Apps, Google Play generated $36.7 billion in revenue in just quarter one of 2021. And the study goes on to say that 98% of this revenue came from apps. That means it was from in-app purchases. Although these in-app purchases make you richer in the game, they make you poorer in real life. It's as bad as gambling all your money away, and on top of that, these games make you so addictive to them that you waste hours and hours of your time playing them, time that could have been spent in better ways. If you're also addicted to gaming and spending large amounts of money, the great poker saying, "You've got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em," sums it up pretty well. If you've got inspired by this video, do let us know in the comments down below which unnecessary expense are you going to cut down on. Subscribe for more personal finance videos. Turn on the notifications and leave a like to help this channel out. Thank you for watching.